10 stages of hell. What the fear of death does to your body. What happens to a person when the world around them begins to melt? This isn't just panic. It's a gruesome internal assembly line. Your biological machine breaks down and completely rebuilds itself. It makes life or death decisions fractions of a second before your mind even kicks in. Medicine divides this descent into the abyss into 10 distinct steps. Stage 1. The countdown. Anxiety of anticipation. You haven't fired a single shot yet. You're drinking coffee, joking with the guys, and confident that you are absolutely calm. But your body already knows. A fight is coming. Monitors show that your vegetative system has secretly switched into survival mode. Your resting heart rate skyrockets, beating in a chaotic, broken rhythm. The sympathetic nervous system starts burning through your internal resources for nothing. Sleep vanishes, and exhaustion builds up in absolute silence. Your body is already paying the price for a war that hasn't even started for you yet. Stage 2. Hormonal storm. Acute stress response. The first incoming shell. An explosion. Your brain hits the brakes, and your adrenal glands pump a bucket of adrenaline into your blood. Breathing turns into a heavy gasp. Your pupils dilate to the size of coins. Your pain threshold flies into outer space. At this moment, your arm could be torn off, and you wouldn't even notice right away. But this ancient evolutionary program has a critical bug. Fine motor skills instantly die. Your fingers turn into useless sausages. You can't reload your weapon, even though you did it with your eyes closed during training. Nature designed this mode for a split-second leap away from a predator. But you will have to sit in it for hours. Stage 3. Blinded by focus. Tunnel vision. The brain realizes it's drowning in sensory data and simply cuts off the extra input. The image before your eyes collapses. Peripheral vision completely vanishes. The world shrinks down to a single point. The front sight of your rifle, the silhouette of an enemy, or a muzzle flash in the bushes. In this exact second, your focus is flawless, but you become effectively blind. You won't see a second enemy flanking you from the side, and you won't notice a comrade waving at you just 2 meters away. Your situational awareness drops to absolute zero. Stage 4. Dead zone. Auditory exclusion. When the visual threat becomes too overwhelming, the brain literally pulls the audio cable out of your head. More than 80% of fighters on the brink of death temporarily go deaf. Artillery can be roaring all around you. You can empty a full magazine point blank, and you won't hear a single pop from your own weapon. Yet, paradoxically, you will hear the scream of a wounded teammate perfectly clear. Your internal processor decides on its own which sounds you need to survive, and which ones are just useless noise. Stage 5. Broken clock. Time distortion. Time stops being linear. For some, seconds stretch into eternity. They watch a bullet casing fly out of the chamber and fall into the mud frame by frame, in slow motion. For others, a 3-hour living hell compresses into a brief 3 seconds. This is exactly why survivors from the very same trench can never piece together a single, coherent story. They returned from entirely different time realities. Stage 6. The trap of evolution. The freezing response. The fight-or-flight formula is a lie. There is a third, most ancient and terrifying program, the freeze response. When the brain calculates that neither fighting nor running will save you, the autonomic nervous system takes over. It instantly drops your heart rate and turns your muscles into jelly. You freeze like a pillar of salt. You can't speak. You can't run. You can't pull the trigger. This isn't cowardice. This is the primal animal instinct to play dead in front of a predator. A colossal war of conflicting nerve commands is raging inside you, but on the outside, you are just a paralyzed mannequin. Stage 7. Short circuit. Combat stress reaction. If peak overloads hit you one after another without a break, the fuses blow out. The stage of total exhaustion sets in. A person turns into a zombie. Reactions slow down drastically, priorities get confused, and the eyes glaze over. The soldier is physically sitting in the trench, but mentally, he has been unplugged from the wall. Every fifth fighter goes through this temporary madness. Stage 8. Ghost behind the glass, peritransitional dissociation. Protecting itself from unbearable horror, your psyche pulls off a trick and catapults right out of your body. You begin to feel like none of this is happening to you. You watch your own potential death from the side, as if looking at a cheap movie through a dirty pane of glass. In the moment, this numbs the fear and the pain, but for psychiatrists, this is the most alarming symptom. It means your brain couldn't process the shock and simply locked it away in the basement. And that monster will definitely break out later. Stage 9. Chronicles of nightmare, acute stress disorder. If the hell you experienced hasn't let go of you a month later, you have an official clinical diagnosis. Every single night, you return to that exact battle. Any sudden loud pop makes you drop face first onto the asphalt. You are terrified to sleep and catch severe panic attacks in your own safe bed. This is a critical window. If you don't get your mind fixed by professionals right now, the trauma will take root forever. Stage 10. Scorched earth. Complex PTSD, the final destination. You don't arrive here after one bad day. People end up here after months and years of non-stop hell on the front lines, where the body has completely forgotten what peace feels like. The WHO officially recognized this diagnosis only in 2019. Along with standard flashbacks, it brings a total deformation of personality. You lose all control over your emotions, your self-esteem is destroyed, and your ability to trust, love, and build relationships is burned to ashes. You return home, but the person you used to be no longer exists.